biometric. Students can come in, push their fingers. There we go.
That would be good.
Right.
It would save me a lot of headaches, I'll tell you. All right, good.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Grace Love with ADP.
I'm Dr. Page.
Hi. Is it okay if I take a seat?
Please, have a seat.
Is it all right if I take it now?
Yeah, please do.
How's your day been today?
Oh, it's been very busy. As you probably know, I'm the managing partner of this practice, and
Yeah.
I still have to see patients. So.
Yeah. Congratulations on expanding though to the second location. Rumor has it you're expanding to a third soon.
Yeah, we hope so. We hope so. It all depends, I think, really on what ADP is able to offer to us.
Okay, sounds good. Now we still have 20 minutes to meet with.
Yeah, I have a
Okay.
hard stop at 20 minutes. I actually have a patient I got to get prepped for.
Okay. Sounds good. Just to let you know, this is my business card. If you
Okay.
ever have any questions, either
Okay.
after you just want to follow up,
Mhm.
feel free to call me at any time.
Mhm.
I've actually been with the company for over a year now,
Okay.
and I've worked specifically within the small business section. So anywhere. Companies anywhere from 1 to 49 is kind of where I specialize in.
Mhm.
These are some of my clients. If you ever want to reach out to them,
Okay.
feel free to.
Okay.
As far as like making decisions and moving forward, are you the key decision maker, or is there anyone else that we need to bring in?
Well, yeah, I'll be the key decision maker. My wife is she plays an integral part in what we do, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah,
And she does the payroll and the HR?
she does.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
All right, sounds good. Now, I just want to let you know that I'm here for, not just a quick sale, but really a long relationship with you. If we're not able to come to a decision to make the sale, then that's perfectly fine. Just know that I'm always here for you if you ever need.
Okay.
Okay. Now to start off, I'd like to ask you a few questions
Mhm.
to try to identify any needs that we have.
Mhm.
If I'm able to see something that matches up with your needs, I'd like to kind of go into the presentation, and then from there we can see if we can make a sale on that.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Sounds good?
Mhm.
All right. Now I'd like to ask you, as far as, do you know all the stuff that ADP offers?
Now, if you can
Okay.
give me maybe an executive summary of what you guys do, that'd be fine.
Okay, so this is kind of the wheel. What we specialize in really is payroll and HR, as far as compliance and things like that. Do you see any specific need on that wheel that you think ADP could help you with?
I don't necessarily know that we have any needs for things. I think that there probably are ways that we can do things more efficiently. Part of what I do is my wife does a lot of the administrative tasks, and outside of the patients and managing the business, I'm really interested in revenues and, of course, monitoring expenses.
Okay. All right. So generally, how much time do you spend on, or how much time does your wife spend on, like, payroll?
I would guess that she's probably spending, 10 to 15 minutes per entry when she's doing this stuff.
Okay. And how many people do you have working for your two locations?
So right now we have 35 employees. 20 of them are here at this office, and 15 are in the Georgia office. We hope that we'll be hiring another 5 offices soon, or another 5 employees soon. Excuse
5
me.
employees?
Mhm.
Okay. 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 Have you ever, now it's tax season, as you know.
Mhm.
Do you guys feel ready for the tax season?
I don't know that we're any more or less ready than we typically are.
Okay.
It always becomes a rush to try to get all the paperwork done and get everything in according to the IRS guidelines.
Okay. And how do you guys follow any of the guidelines, the compliance or anything like that? How do you guys track that?
We have a software that we use that kind of tracks everything that we do. It's kind of an off-the-shelf sort of a thing that we bought, and just kind of what's been working for the last few years.
Okay, so I don't know if you know, but every 3.5 seconds,
Mhm.
actually compliance and rules change within the tax code.
Hmm.
So does your system allow for those kind of changes?
I wouldn't know. I know that
Okay.
anytime we have to upgrade, it's an annual upgrade.
Oh, it's an annual upgrade?
And when we upgrade, it's typically going to be roughly $1,500.
Okay, 1,500
Mhm.
addition. Okay. Now, as you're expanding, you're looking to hire 5 more employees.
Mhm.
Is there a specific system that you use? Do you see, how do you plan on getting those people?
What do you mean, like how do we plan on hiring?
Hiring,
or-
yes, the hiring process.
We'll attend job shows. We of course put out advertisements in, Career Builder, Indeed, things like that.
And how much does that cost you?
Well, Indeed, you can actually put stuff out for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how much time does that take you to go through and then doing the background checks and everything like that?
I guess I hadn't really considered that as a variable.
Okay.
Mhm.
So would you see a need for something that kind of puts everything together and then automatically does the background check?
Again, I don't know if it would be a need. I think that the key component is going to be how would it help us to operate more efficiently, and is it going to cost me more than what I'm currently doing?
Okay. So one of the things that we do here at ADP is we work with a website called Simply Hired. And what we do is we actually have an easy job like description template that you can use, really easy. It's just a one-click job posting, so it's just one and done.
Mhm.
Next one is the background checks. It's all included.
Mhm.
So let's say you see a highly qualified candidate. You don't want to wait the 2 weeks for them. They could easily be hired by another company.
Mhm.
This automatically does it, so it expedites the process. And then lastly, it has just those time-saving tools. So
Okay.
not only does it save you with small business owners, time is money.
Mhm.
So you'll be able to save that time, make it much faster from beginning to end for those hires, and you get really highly qualified candidates using this system.
It sounds interesting.
Okay. Now, as far as, have you guys ever incurred any penalties for anything? Like tax penalties?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
The main reason why I agreed to meet with you was because we know that the system that we have in place could certainly be more efficient.
Okay.
Ellen says that to me all the time, that it's sort of a painstaking process. We're really hoping that we can try to find a way to reinvest in the companies. We have this office in Tyrone that we're hoping to open
Yeah.
in the next couple of years. Obviously, bringing on the additional 5, the head count of 5 is going to make things a little bit more complicated as well, and we just want to make sure that we're best prepared for that.
Okay. Now, does your system just do payroll, or does it also do the HR component as well?
It's just a payroll system. We use Microsoft Dynamics.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
you use Dynamics.
Yeah.
So as far as your HR role goes, do you have an HR department? Is that something that you see?
It falls kind of on Ellen and her executive assistant.
Okay.
Mhm.
And how many hours a week does Ellen work?
Well, Ellen works full time. Yeah.
Oh, she works
Yeah.
full time?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a very involved wife and business partner.
Is she happy with being full time?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't seem to complain about it. I think she just wishes she could do some different things with some of her time than what she does.
Okay. All right, so she's full time. And how, if you don't mind me asking, how much is she paid? Is she salaried, hourly?
I don't know that I'm comfortable disclosing that.
Okay, that's fine.
Mhm.
So when you say efficient, what do you mean by kind of when you want to make a system more efficient? Are you looking just to save time? Are you looking to save like the steps in the process? Are you looking for everything to be in one location?
Yes.
Okay.
I think kind of everything. I think that if we can save time, we have 3 small children.
Okay.
If a more efficient process enables her to spend more time with the kids, then that obviously is a big win for us. If we can centralize everything and make it easier, obviously I think that makes sense too, as we potentially expand to a 3rd office. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So I can kind of go into a little bit of what we offer at ADP,
Mhm.
and I think what would work really well for you is the
Mhm.
Run system, and I can show that to you. Have you ever heard of the Run ADP system?
No. Mm-mm.
So it's basically, it'll save you a lot of time
Mhm.
because everything is in one location.
Okay.
It's through an app
Mhm.
where you can do your hiring, your payroll, your HR, everything in compliance in one device, and you can use it anywhere,
Okay.
which is really great. So this is just an example if you want to show. This right now is the payroll system actually.
Okay.
And you can just press the resume button and it just runs it. There you go. And
Okay.
it's done.
Okay.
The same with hiring.
Mhm.
The same with, it has a really nice feature here where it does a tip of the week. So with ADP, you don't just get the system, you also get an entire service.
Mhm.
24/7, we're here for you. If you have any questions about compliance, as far as taxes go, we have HR people that are certified,
Mhm.
that takes years of training, that are always available to you as well. How does that sound?
Seems like it would be beneficial.
It would be?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
we're
we
a
have
small
to-
company, so the HR side, we haven't had many issues with that. Okay. Okay.
Now, as far as taxes go, we keep all of those files together in one place, so it's easy access. Now, actually, here, I have a sheet that says 45% of small companies get audited by the federal government. Out of that 40% actually get some kind of fine or fee.
Okay,
So we actually have your back when doing your taxes, because we don't want you to get that fine.
okay,
If by any reason we do miss something, which is very rare, we actually cover those fines.
okay,
So fines can range anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000.
okay.
And we'll be able to cover those if we happen to make a mistake, but we really want to be proactive about it.
Okay,
How
okay.
does that sound?
Yeah,
Sounds good?
yeah, sounds good.
Is there any other concerns that you had about the program or any other questions?
Well, it sounds like you're offering a whole lot more than what I expected to, and I get the feeling it's going to be a big check that you're going to ask me to try to write.
The way, we do sell a premium product.
Mhm.
So with that premium product does come a little bit of a price. You said you have, so I think for you, you would need both the payroll and the HR side, correct?
Mhm.
So, and you said you had 20 employees?
We have 25 currently.
25?
Or
Okay.
35, excuse me.
Oh, it's 35? Okay, so it would be per payroll cycle, and you do it bi-weekly or weekly?
They're paid weekly.
Weekly?
Mhm.
Okay. So it would be per payroll, you would pay $78.95. Now the implementation cost is $150 to get that company ID set up. That's just a one-time cost. With this comes, you get all of these things as well as the HR packages as well. So you get both within that price for your entire company.
Okay. So basically, you're figuring there's a $150 setup fee.
Yes.
I'm assuming that covers both of my offices.
Are you under one tax bracket or two
No,
for
Georgia
each?
has a state tax, and so they have their own separate tax
Okay,
ID.
so it would be, so if it's two different taxes, then it would be $150 for each location.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's part of government compliance.
So we're at $300 in setup costs, and then
Yes.
we're looking at, is this per employee?
This is not per employee, this is per payroll cycle.
Okay,
So
okay.
it would be per weekly, so every week. Now, because we have two different locations, two different costs, can you tell me the breakdown of each location?
We have, here in this office, we have 20, and here in the Peachtree office, we have 15.
Okay. So for, oh, sorry, yeah, so the 15, okay, so everyone would still fit under this same price. Because normally it wouldn't be under this one, because it's two different locations, the employees. We would have to look at it like each individual office is almost its own company ID.
So for this office, so for both offices,
For
we're
both
gonna pay
offices, it would be at
$58.95.
58, yes,
Okay.
per payroll cycle.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay,
And like I said, it comes with all of these things, plus the 24/7 HR service, the hotline. I'll be there, all the training is done. It sounds like you have a pretty small department who does the payroll, so
Yeah,
I'll be able to give
it's
that
Ellen,
one-on-one
yeah.
training. Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
be able to give that one-on-one training, kind of set up everything, and then you'll be good to go. And how does that sound?
Well, I guess I'm having a hard time figuring in the ROI on this. I mean, my wife is here. She's sure she's going to have the opportunity to spend time with the children, but I'm not going to be able to not pay her. You know, so that's going to continue to be an expense for us, for the company. And we're taking on an additional expense. And I feel like I might be able to just get as much personalized service if I hired an accountant.
An accountant generally runs at the very minimum, like $50,000 a year
Mhm.
per salaried.
Mhm.
I'm not sure how much you pay your wife,
Mhm.
if it's salaried or hourly, but really you would be able to be saving. You wouldn't have to pay that $50,000, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Plus, with just an accountant, you don't get the compliance, you don't get the coverage and the safety that ADP offers. And I'm sure. This is the way that I put it. Time with your family is priceless, and there's no way we can monetarily put that for
Mhm.
you,
Mhm.
if that makes any sense.
What kind of a contract is there?
This one will be done yearly.
It's
Yes.
yearly?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if 6 months in I decide that the program isn't working out, or we don't see that there's a return on our investment?
You'll be, I mean, if that's something that you're worried about, we can do like a 2-month, is it the process that you just, is there something specific that you're worried about?
Well, I just think that, you know, we are still a small company, I mean,
Okay.
35 employees, and I'm imagining that the $12,000 a year price tag, sure, it's less than $50,000, but I'm imagining that that's still money that I could reinvest in potentially trying to grow the business if we just continue to take on the project ourselves.
Okay, but like I said, with all the other like coverages and the fees and everything that we would be saving you all the time,
Mhm.
then there would be like a $500 like fee that for breaking the contract within the
Cancellation
year.
fee.
Yeah, like a cancellation fee. But I am fairly confident that it is something that you would feel that you would see benefit in within your company. You can ask any of the people that I gave with the testimonials. They've all
Mhm.
been with me,
Mhm.
and they've all been with ADP for a very long time.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is, I actually have a golf buddy who works for Paychex.
Okay.
We're actually going to be playing this weekend, so I'll get some feedback from him and maybe see if this seems like a good deal, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I think they're a competitor of yours anyway, so I'll see if they have any other ideas that we ought to consider.
Okay. Now, would you be interested in like a 2-month free trial for it?
Not right now. I wouldn't.
right?
I think I probably need to do a little bit more research first.
Okay.
Mhm.
Would you like to set up an appointment maybe next week? Just to kind of
I'm
cover
comfortable
anything?
with that. I'll bring Ellen in, and then she can
Okay.
maybe ask some questions that I might be overlooking.
All right. Sounds
Okay.
great.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Turned off.